Hi everyone, I'm presenting from Group 5. My name is TuQuyen Dang, along with my other members, Emad Alqannas and Andrea Realpe. Our presentations is regarding to disruption of supply chains on COVID-19 and Boeing 737 MAX, which affect Spirit productions and operations. In the next slide is a table of contents what we will focus on during our presentation. Boeing is founded in 1916 and we believe that air travel is one of the safest and fastest mode of transportations, shows in a statistic 0.18 fatal accident per million flight, and the aviation industry generate over 838 billion US revenue globally. This is shown by the Statistica as well. We know that the Boeing and Spirit are well known for its largest manufacturing and design and selling plane, but due to the two crashes, the suspensions of 737 MAX caused Spirit decrease its revenue. As you can see that Spirit is a supplier for Boeing, which generates 50% of its revenue. So therefore, the disruptive of these two crashes were not only the issues, but the COVID take place in 2019. However, within a few years of its operations, two 737 MAX fatal crash occurred in October 2018 and March 2019, respectively killing all passenger and crew member. This raised a serious questions as to how safe the 737 MAX for further operations. Spirit announced it will reduce employment at the site supporting commercial program as a result of lower demand for commercial airplane. So with that being said, COVID effect and 737 MAX lead to a workforce reductions. However, Spirit changed its operation channel, kind of mitigated partnerships with a manufacturing medical device, which helped productivity and efficiency for the Spirit operations. They had transferred 700 employees to this temporary project. And here is the full year's financial result. You can see from revenue, core earnings, operation cash flow. This shows that in 2019 had a significant impact by 737 MAX. In the next slide will be my last slide. We will talk about Spirit financial results summary in the fourth quarter between 2018 and 2019. As you can see, revenue and fully dilute doesn't have a drastic change. However, in between revenue and fully dilute, you can see a decrease in incomes and net incomes and earning per share from the financial results. I would like to present Emad Alqannas, and he will talk about the impact of customer quality and regulations on 737 MAX and the linkage between engineer and manufacturer.
Thank you, Queen. Actually, the impact of customer quality and regulation on Boeing 737 faced with a protection problem, which has had a serious impact on the customer satisfactions. 737 supplied product did not meet the customer expectations, resulting in huge losses such as plane crashes. The protection problem that are directly involved with the quality of the plane through crashes, as we heard in the last few years, which impact the company images to all the customers around the world. Actually, the protection problems in the company has been demonstrated through a series of plane crashes as a result of the 737 will no longer be permitted to utilize these terminals in the airports, which will have significant financial effect on the industry for Boeing. Boeing try hard to fix all the problems with this plane, the 737, but the 737 failed to match customer expectation, resulting in negative publicity for the corporation and brand itself. As a result, there is a risk of losing business and profitability for Boeing. unsatisfactory, quality had the potential to have major influence um, uh, on company profitability. All of the faults need to be corrected absolutely, with the result and difficulty to obtain the hours and the delivery of free components to the customers. Link between engineering and manufacturing. Engineering specifies the methods through essential change of manufacturing, which are recognized, integrated, and used to improve the efficiency and output. It gives new skills that are useful in engineering business, such as planning, control, and quality management. Engineering has leveled the way for the development of most technology advancement through ground-breaking innovation aimed towards ensuring customers' safety. Manufacturing is a complex process that involves the design and development of the process, transforming raw resource into finished product. Manufacturers play a great role that through physical protection of the engineering advancements such as plane manufacturing, which is an engineering advancement. Back to you, Queen.
Hi everyone. This slide I will be talking about operations and training. The operations of Boeing 737 MAX involved in the low productions of 737 program and the MAX grounding and also the impact of the COVID-19. Delivery of 19 737 ship set compared to 140 in the second quarter of 2019. And the overall delivery was 159 ship set compared to 449 within that year. As you can see at the end of the slide, the backlog was of the second quarter cost about 41 billion. This will be the last slide of my sections, and I'll be talking about pilots training. As you can see below, those are the bullet points, and it is also an important factor for the pilot. However, the 737 MAX was due to the MCAS, which is the maneuvering characteristic argumentations. Boeing, in one of the article, Boeing reluctantly admit the mistake design flaw, and the pilot was the backup for the MCAS failure. So, with that being said, I would like to present Andrea Realpe talking about employment and COVID to conclude our presentations. Thank you so much.
Disrupted supply chain at a speed regarding COVID-19. COVID-19 affected the entire world, and it has been projected that the air traffic will still be recovering in the next 5 years to reach the 2019 level. The pandemic created serious threats to the population and the global economy, and it's not clear yet how much the pandemic devastated the airline sector. And while more long-term effects of the pandemic are still developing, companies' processes, including production and supply chain, have found opportunities in digitalization and automation, which have resulted in improving quality and efficiency to face the coming challenges. COVID also shifted consumer behavior and with it the airline sector, and the aviation industry will have to act in response to those shifts. So it is expected that the leisure trips and trips to visit family and friends outpace the recovery of corporate travel. In this situation, it's a call to action for the aviation industry to reevaluate their operations regarding price sensitivity and pace of production, as larger aircrafts are less frequently needed, and be more focused on offering facilities to their primary consumer. Boeing cut back production for the second time, reducing their order to less than half during the pandemic. This reduction intensified the crisis for Spirit after having to stop the production of the 737 MAX due to the unfortunate accidents occurred. Spirit production system has shrunk to a point where only 6 aircrafts were built in a system with capacity of building more than 57 per month. This is a result of the lack of demand for product, the uncertainty of the market, the scarcity of the materials, the broken shipping lines, and the closed factories around the world. For aviation, 2020 was historically one of the most challenging periods, and for Spirit Aerosystems, The dual crisis produced by the 737 MAX and the pandemic forced the company to create an unprecedented action plan that focused on taking care of their employees, reducing their costs, reinforcing liquidity, executing new projects, and expanding their business. The pandemic has left many lessons for the airlines today, such as digitalization, supply diversification, efficiency, and greener aircraft, which are areas where Spirit is focusing to be able to take advantage of the low production period and the monetary governmental help.